The 300-year-old courthouse of Horsham, Sussex, comes into the news as pressmen and sightseers await the arrival of a man charged with the alleged murder of a wealthy London widow. He is George John Haig, here handcuffed to Divisional Detective Inspector Symes. The 39-year-old company director is formally charged with the death of Mrs. Olivia Durant-Deacon, who disappeared 11 days before. After a hearing lasting 5 minutes, Haig, remanded in custody, is escorted through the crowd on his way to Lewes Jail. At Crawley, some miles away, a disused builder's yard is under police guard as local police and Home Office officials search through debris. An empty drum and incinerators are put by for examination. More detectives arrive on the scene, bringing cases in which to carry away their finds. As the search goes on, gruesome discoveries are brought to light. Sifting earth dug in the yard, detectives uncover what are thought to be human remains. Specimens, including fragments of clothing, are later taken to Scotland Yard laboratories for tests.
Robbie Avril, self-confessed murderer of Nottingham schoolteacher Janet Marshall, is brought by examining magistrate Judge de Trove to the scene of his crime. The case had baffled the French police for many months. In a nearby cemetery is buried the 29-year-old Englishwoman whose cycling holiday through France ended so tragically. On the spot where Janet died, the 43-year-old tramp shows how he strangled her with a length of string. Avril claims the murder was unpremeditated, done in a moment of panic, and denies having used a club which was found near her body. Whatever the details, the answer has been found at last to a grim mystery.
All Birmingham asks the question, why hasn't the killer been captured? Police stations throughout the city have organized a round-the-clock manhunt. From a caravan, the top CID men direct the campaign. Detective Superintendent Balmer follows every lead, and yet the murderer was at large when these pictures were taken nearly 3 weeks after the crime. From the bus by which police think he escaped, the killer may have got off at a cemetery, gone through it in the dark, and remained unseen since. The Pennine Moorlands, scene of one of the most intensive murder hunts of the century. Police and hundreds of volunteers continue their gruesome search for the bodies of murder victims, working on a scant tip-off that the bleak moors hide the evidence of a mass murderer. A mobile police headquarters directs operations. Police and tracker dogs have stepped up the search since the body of 10-year-old Anne Downey was found here. She had been missing since last Boxing Day. Nearby, the hunt also revealed the grave of 12-year-old John Kilbride. Our cameraman was on the spot when more clues were discovered. Tests may prove them to be of vital importance. While the moorland search continues, police have been probing the mysteries of bloodstains in an unoccupied house near Manchester. An old van discovered in Nottinghamshire may also prove to be a vital clue in the murder hunt.